So welcome to the fitting video for the Discovery 3-in-4 OEM style side steps. These are the ones which are very similar to the genuine style that you would get from Range Rover or Land Rover. So out of the box you get 6 brackets similar to this with a kind of flanged area and where the boards sit on it, and this sits under the sill. But what we're going to do is we're going to go under the car and have a look at each bracket and see how they fit. Willkommen under the car. Here is the Discovery. This is a Discovery, what year is it, Ben?
65 reg.
65 reg, so this will probably be the Discovery's 4, but as you're probably aware, if you've got one of these, that the chassis is the same anyway, so that's no problem. So one of the first things that you have to do when you get one of these Discoveries and you fit in the OEM side steps is to take off the sills. So if I just give Ben this and then I'll grab one of the sills. So if you can see here, this is one of the pre-cut sills. This area here would come up against the side of the car. In fact, if we come under like here, this would sit under there like that, and this would come under, and you get all these sort of areas here, clips, where you'd undo them. These things hold them in place like a screw, plastic screw, and that would hold them there. But when you undo them, what happens is you'd have to come around here to actually have a look. Good moving. You could see what's happened is you have these areas with captive nuts, these 8mm bolts there, and then it's quite easy. What happens is you get these brackets. Although we're actually looking at the middle bracket here, it's quite easy to access. You've got a 8mm bolt there, 8mm bolt there underneath, exposed bolts there, and 2 8mm bolts there. So what happens is, simple, bolt, straight into captive nut, straight into captive nut, and the same under there, straight into captive nut, and straight into the captive nut there. So what happens then is, we'll have a look on the other side in a second, this part of the bracket will be sticking out. As you can see, here is one we made earlier. Just the one for the front bracket and the captive nut, and underneath there they've just been put in hand tight for the time being, and then the bracket sticks out. If we just go to the rear one on this side, watch yourself. Well, you can't see it unfortunately, and we can't really open the door. Oh, we can, look at that, genius. See these 2 captive nuts there, and again underneath here, corresponding hole. So once you get the sills off, it's actually really easy to find the corresponding holes and to bolt straight up into there using these 8mm bolts. That's the easy part, and we'll show you in a second what the fiddly part is. Let's go back under. So we can see underneath you've got the bolting into the sill there. Same again in the middle part there, so bolting into the sill there, those 2 8mm holes with the washers. You can see on the other side actually, if we move across, we have he's already nipped them up actually, and the same with the middle one, and same with the rear one. So we'll just, if we come underneath and come over here, now unfortunately these don't come with pre-cut sills, but don't be frightened, you can actually cut them up, and it's quite an easy job to do, because Range Rover, Land Rover in all their wisdom actually mark out the areas on the inside. So if you can see here where our fitter, he's just got an angle grinder, and it's hard to make out, but if you wipe it clean you can actually see where there's like a score line around the edge there. It may be good just to go over it slightly, as our fitter's done here. He's just gone over the score line there and cut out. If you want it doing neatly, obviously drill 4 holes there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just cut down And it's the same on this one here. There was a score line around there. The only last part there, you can just see the final bit of the score line. My fit is just use an angle grind, but you can just use a hand hacksaw there. And then, as the same with this one, the score line was around there, score line around there, and he's just cut it off. And when you're finished, you just get a file, which we haven't done on this one yet, and just file the edges down so they're nice and neat. So that the end result is when you put the sill cover over the top, it covers all this area like a factory fitted style, but then all you see is the bracket protruding out. And then the bottom of these boards, you see here, there's pre-existing 6mm bolt, 6mm bolt, 6mm bolt, 6mm bolt. They're already set up on the vehicle. So once you've cut out the sill, you've put that on. It bolts back into place, the sill cover, and then using these 6mm bolts, you get the nuts and nip them up. Excellent job. So full instructions are given. Video on YouTube, starring me. Amen. Bye from Direct 4x4.